Hi, welcome, Merry Meet. Now I'm going to have a reading for Pisces for the month of June. Oops. So let's see, my dear. I will do that. I will put this rock here. Here I can put it. Of course, it's so beautiful. I love Labrador. Let's see. You know they are. I don't know if you can see it. You see it a little bit. So let's see. What's in store for you, Pisces, for the month of June? So let's see. Let's see what's in store for you for the month of June, Pisces. Oh, it's so hot today, even though the sun hasn't been so much out, but it's, you know, a little wet, foggy. I don't know what that word is in English, but in Norwegian we say klamt. So, you know, when your sweat is going up and down your back. So let's see, Pisces, what's in store for you for the month of June? Okay. Okay. Is there something you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, has been wishing for? The messages is already coming. Spirit. Sun, moon and rising, and of course maybe even Venus and Mars, but and Saturn, as I usually say. But you can be a cross watcher, or you just landed on this video and there can be a message here for you. So the spirits always guides you and knows best, you know. Three more times. Okay, okay. So let's start the reading. Okay. It seems to me, let me just take something to drink. Coca-Cola. So let's see. There has been in the early past maybe some news when it comes to money. Maybe there is something about a foundation or something materialistic that has been letting you down in the early past. And since it comes in the past position, I feel like maybe you have sorted out some money problems, you know, that you have been thinking a lot of money before the month of June and until now, because it's in the past, you know. And even if it's material loss, or that maybe there are opportunities that you have lost or money that you lost, and yeah, everything that has to do with materialistic things and maybe even new beginnings has not been happening. But now in the month of June, it seems like many of you and the subject in materialism keeps on with the reading in some way, because you know that upside down, this card often tells you about a warning that is telling you, and it's a warning about being selfish or materialistic. Maybe you have let the circumstances run off with you, Pisces, for those of you that need to hear this. Maybe you have let the circumstances run off with you, or that you have been too selfish or materialistic. Maybe you have let the circumstances run off with you, and that's a warning about doing that, and that you should think clearly about your actions and think twice about things, you know. Maybe you have been so busy sticking to what you already have, so that you haven't been able to use your opportunities in the right way, and when they arrive, you know. But you know, the hangman can also point out, or how should I put it? It can also warn you about bad investments, loss of property, or people stealing from you, loss of property and things stealing from you, and that there is, in the end of your luck in some way, that is stopping now, you know. Maybe you have been a little lucky, so that you have let your circumstances run off with you, and not been thinking about other people or things that might be more important to you, you know. But it tells you that now it's the end of the luck, if I can put it like that in English. You or someone is pushing someone around you, or someone else, you know. It's maybe suppressing someone else. That do you feel like you are unwilling victim, or is it someone close to you that tries to manipulate you in some way? Maybe you are, in your eager to make things done, is pressing someone to do something without even be recognizing it, you know. In the eager of getting things done, you know, that you might be pushing someone. But, and you can do that without you, not conscious, you know. Not that you wanted to do that, but you just wanted things done. But But the Hanged Man is telling you to stop what you are doing and to remember to be patient. Silence is golden, and to, you know, he's reminding you to think about your actions. There seems like there has been some loss in something. I don't know why. If you had some victory in the early past, or will have in, how can I put this? There is this concern, you know, when it comes to work. Because upside down, this card represents difficulties in your work. And, you know, the right way is represents success and victory, you know. But upside down, and since it's a fire element, you know, the wands are a fire element, it comes in your areas of life when it comes to career, success, power, and work, you know. So he is also telling me that you are worrying about getting difficulties in your job place. There seems like many of you are worrying about problems with your work. It can be anything really. It can be worrying about sacrifices that you, or if you're able to manage the job, or if you're worrying about the job not being good enough paid, or that you are worrying about and thinking about colleagues turning against you, you know, because this is the placement is your thoughts, hopes, obstacles, expectations, and so on, you know. So it tells me that you're worrying about difficulties at your workplace, or with work or career, whether that's about payment, colleagues, or you not being able to handling the job, you know. Because upside down, he's a warning about difficulties in that is caused by others, not by yourself. So I feel like you are not doubting that you are going to do something, but you're worrying about your people at your workplace doing something to you, if I can put it that way, or putting you in trouble, or doing something against you, or problems caused by others at your workplace. Usually, as I said, it has to do with work. Maybe you have to do someone else's job, or yeah, maybe you have to do someone else's job before it gets accepted and finished. Maybe you have to finish the job for someone, or has to do someone else's job before it gets accepted and it's done right. Or maybe you find out that someone at your job has fooled you, or given you, not given you what you've been promised. And I feel like there is this fear, since it's very psychological and subjective, this placement. I feel like maybe you are worrying, maybe in your past job, you know, you can have had colleagues that has put you in trouble or going against you, or yeah, been negative in every way of the word, you know. And that is something that you're worrying about, you know. Now in June. Or that you are afraid that you are not being, they are not going to stand for their words, or not doing what you have been promised in some way. And for those of you, if you are looking for a promotions, you should not count on that now, you know. You will not necessarily achieve that right now in June. Probably will someone that get the job that you wanted, or you are afraid of someone getting the job that you want. But I feel like this is something that you are thinking about, not and feeling, but not necessarily the reality. You know, it can be that you have been treated negatively, or someone had put you in trouble in your last workplace, and now you're working at a new place, and you're worrying about that. And I can, when I'm saying those words, I feel like I know one person that can relate to. So and the card is telling you to just take it easy, take one day at a time, and not to worry, you know. I feel like many of you might have felt like you have been let down by someone at your workplace, either before, or maybe some of you are going through that right now, or will soon go through that, you know, or thinking about that, or it's coming up as a obstacle, or as a how you see things in a way, but not necessarily the reality of it. And that's good when it's negative in some way, you know. But work is quite important in the month of June for you. And and when it comes to obstacles in the month of June, it doesn't seem like the obstacles is having a great is big, because this card is quite positive in this placement, or not placement, this position. I mean, this card is telling you about when it comes to reading it in a negative way and as the obstacle and problem. It tells me that maybe you are not in touch with both your feminine and masculine side. Maybe that is out of balance, and you need to balance those two, you know, water and fire, yin yang, masculine and feminine. You need to balance things in your life. It seems like things are not quite in balance in June, emotionally, and you know, And maybe you have this need for freedom, and that gets in the way of work, you know, because you know you can't do what you want in work. You have to meet up and 9 o'clock and do your job until 4, you know. There might be a little conflict for you in that way, and you are wondering if you are able maybe to balance your life in every area of your life. I feel like there is this problem with temper, maybe, you know, because this card represents also the sign of Sagittarius, you know. And since it's next to this card, it might be someone with Sag in the chart that's in conflict with your life in June. Whether that has to do with work or maybe even love life, because it's sad, but the card next to it is Ace of Cups upside down, and it tells you that your cup is empty, that maybe you are not receiving love, maybe you are wanting to maybe someone around you, maybe a relationship ends, or it can be someone else is pouring out your cup of energy and love, you know. Temperance in that position, because temperance is quite balanced in some way, you know, and it comes in a would have liked this card to be in any other position, but I must read it as a obstacle and conflict placement. So it tells me that you might not be balanced, and might be problems with you being too maybe there is this time in your life where you are able to see both sides of a discussion, you know, because this card, though a diplomat usually relates to just the card justice, you know, is also a little bit of temperance in diplomacy, because temperance is capable to see both sides in a discussion, you know. And when you are able to do that, you are able to solve problems with great luck, you know. So and for some of you, since the placement is where it is, maybe you have problems in seeing both sides in your life. But I feel like there is very much the sign of Sagittarius that might be a problem for you in your emotional life or in your work life, career. And because, you know, Pisces, that you are a water sign, and this card is also ruled by Neptune. So it's telling me that some of you might be might be daydreaming much at this time, that nothing seems like it is what it is, everything. Maybe you live in quite a fantasy world. Maybe you have put your famous your pink glasses, sunglasses on at this moment, Pisces, and you need to take them off. Whether you're doing that through drugs or daydreaming or, you know, not being in touch with reality the way you should. And this time, remember, this is a major arcana, so you should really listen to that. It's pointing up the most important subject in this reading. So it's telling you to not be too much dreamy, or be careful about losing touch with reality, no matter how you do that. As I said, drugs, alcohol, pills, daydreaming, playing too much video games, you know. No matter how you lose touch with reality, it's telling you that you might be out of touch with reality, or feel like this is a time where nothing seems like it is what it is, and not anything is so clear and certain, you know. And it's telling you that you might sacrifice something to achieve something, you know, and that you might want things to happen a little faster than they really do. But it's telling you that, you know, the right way. It tells you about sacrifices to achieve wisdom, and upside down he tells you that you might feel trapped in some way, and that can be with you daydreaming, or you can feel trapped in a bad relationship with someone. I feel like you look other people when it comes to love. I feel like many of you are unhappy when it comes to love. Maybe a relationship has ended, or you are not achieving the love that you hoped for, you know. It's not fulfilling your needs and wishes and dreams. And the card is telling you to take it easy. This is not a time to make great decisions, you know. Or I don't know what that is in English, you know. Lena på badet och bara vänta. Lean on the weather and just see. I don't know if that gives any meaning in English, but you know, this is not the time to storm ahead and make great decisions about your life. It's maybe a time where you should take it easy, that your luck might not be at your feet at this time in June, you know. That can end in July, I don't know. But I would like July also. So stay tuned, Pisces. But it's telling you that you might even he's looking at this card because he comes upside down. And upside down, he tells you about someone that is more flirtatious, not able to go into a deep relationship at this time. And that might be you, Pisces. Maybe you are not ready to commit, or so that you should, you know, because when he's upside down, he's looking at the last card and he's telling you, to not take action and take it easy, because maybe you should have rather take a course or get some new knowledge or go to school or anything that you can learn something new, or and increase your knowledge about the subject or some theme that you know, so that you can maybe have an education or a night course or an evening course, you know, that you should learn some new skills. It's telling you, you know, that's the way to go. And you might get in a crossroad, because yes, this is the bottom card and it is the Lovers, you know. It is the Lovers, but you remember, the Lovers is usually not just one meaning. I feel like many of you are thinking about relationships or how it should have been, or maybe you are with the one but you are not satisfied right now. But either way, it tells you not to push people around you to do what you want them to do, or be how you want them to be. Just let things just go with the flow for a while. And seriously, if you are not happy at your workplace, or this is giving you so much concern, maybe getting more knowledge about your job, or going to school, or taking a course will give you much more in the future, you know. But in the month of June, just take it easy, because it seems like you will get the opportunity to go you will be at a crossroads, I think it is in English, Pisces, that you can choose that way or you can choose that way, and one of them will lead to success. And you should, the cards tells you almost opposite of what I just read for Capricorn, because that the Capricorn was told to make a decision before he loses someone that is dear or close to his heart, someone or something. But you are almost being told not to act too fast, and if you should act, and go towards more education, whether that means going back on the school bank, you know, or learn some new skills, you know. I know that in astrology, for the sign of Virgo, that is opposite for you, Pisces. I know that many Virgos never will be truly happy until they have an education. And you know, that's your opposite sign, and usually it's mirroring itself sometimes. So maybe you will not be truly happy before you learn some new skills, or, you know, can have a paper to, or something, recognition that you know, that you, what is that called in English? You know that when you take an exam and you, in Norway we call it fagbrev, but I don't know what it is in English, but look it up. I'm trying to explain, but it's not always as easy, you know. English is not my first language because I'm Norwegian. So you will be at a crossroad. You will have some opportunities that you should be careful about what you choose or what you do, because in June your luck might be not at your door. So and as I said, when Temperance is at this sign, and with those two cards together, I feel that maybe you need to balance something in your life. And if you are used drinking too much or something like that, that you need to stop, because it's bringing you out of balance right now. That you know, if you have been engaged in some creative work or some in some form, you know, that maybe you have been will be looking after some new ways to 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 work with a project, you know, maybe new collaborations or uh, reunions or techniques or new ways of doing things, you know. I will put up some more cards. Let's see, Pisces, what's more in store for you for the month of June. Maybe some confirmations or recognition of what the reading already been about, or something clear that clarifies the reading for you, Pisces. So Pisces, this is not a time to daydream and Must be with both your feet in on the earth and in head in reality. It's a time to take off these pink glasses. At this moment, you don't need them. They are in the way. But I will leave my reading, as I said. I think I covered every aspect of it and said it as good as I could. So I think you got the hang of it. So let's see. Three more times. Where the fuck is that bee? Maybe I think it was a wasp, not a bee. Bee is not coming in here. Almost never. There's always those warrior bees, you know, that I think it's wasp in English. Don't come in here and disturb my reading, you wasp. Let's see, Pisces, what's the story for you for the month of June? 3 more times. Yeah. And you know, Neptune upside down is telling you, also warning you not to lie. That is one aspect I forgot to tell you about it. This card reminded me of it. Oh, it's your heart chakra. That is the bottom card. Mm. And it's... Oh, I feel like you have a heavy heart and is dreaming about true love. Your chosen one. You are not settling with anything else either. But... Oh. Let's see. You know, so maybe your need for freedom is getting in the way of things. But of course, I feel like your heart chakra is out of balance. That's... But your first card was the truth. And the truth, the qualities of this card, you know, illustrates spiritual awakening, clarity, the revelation of truth and cosmic consciousness. At times it takes a wake-up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past along with the lessons that you learned or still need to understand must now be a top priority. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in balance and spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that significant change must be made in certain areas of your life. But don't make any hasty decision. Take your time. What did I say? This is not the time to make any decisions, except when it comes to getting more knowledge. Maybe go to school or taking an evening course or whatever, you know. The Truth card reminds you that significant change must be made in certain areas of your life. But don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time. For any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever step you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you will ever know. Whatever step you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you ever know. Using the power of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be released and understood. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true. You know, truth. And this upside down tells me that you might have told some lies also, not just, as I said, the only thing I left out about this not living in reality, flirtations, drugs, whatever, dream world, not being in touch with reality, that comes also under lies, you know. So tell the truth, because what you do now will have far-reaching consequences, the card said. So don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time. For any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you will ever know. And the next card, fulfillment of wishes. Da-da-da-da. That is green card is representing emotional themes, you know, the green cards. And this card, being one, if not the most positive of the minor arcana cards, represents emotional satisfaction, contentment, and enjoyment. Your wishes are coming true. Are you ready? Happiness, success, good health, competition, and accomplishments of your dreams and goals are in the palm of your hand. This card acts as a reminder to hold on to the beneficial feelings from accepting and receiving what you asked or strived for. Know that this will assist you in the future when you may need inspiration or positive energy. This is the right time to heal those past memories that have been holding you hostage. Forgive others and yourself so that your wishes, desires, and goals have a clear, unobstructed path to your heart, soul, and life. Beautiful. And the next card is emotional loss. And you got the heart chakra on the bottom card. As you said, I feel your heavy heart, you know. So let's see. You know, the card number 5, emotion card, comes forth at a time when you may be experiencing or grieving a loss of someone or something you were emotionally attached to. So, as I said, together with these other cards, and this card and this card, as I said, some of you, I said earlier about that maybe a relationship is ending or have ended or you something like that, but I also see now that this card is pointing at maybe you are missing someone, maybe you felt like someone was your true love. So, but as I said, it can be this relationship, because number 5 emotional card comes forth as a time when you may be experiencing or grieving a loss of someone or something you are emotionally attached to. To honor your feelings only by healing and loving yourself, by letting go of the past, can you continue your journey. The suffering associated with this loss delivers profound wisdom and knowledge for your soul. You know? This suffering associated with this loss delivers profound wisdom and knowledge for your soul. Your unique gifts, talents, and abilities, as well as your joy and sorrow, will not only make up who you really are, but better yet, who you will become. The painful experiences of life are equally as valuable as the joyous ones. Focus all your positive energy on the good in your life and what you are grateful for. Use your healing energy in this way and try not to focus on what you've lost. For new beginnings and happiness are just around the corner. That was so beautiful. And I feel like many of you needed that recognition and that card. All of those cards, really. And I love when the readings are emotionally helpful, you know. And you got the fourth heart chakra, heart chakra. The color is of course green. And if you want to heal, look at the color green, you know. Even stop this video, focusing on this chakra symbol and colors. This green color is very helpful for your emotionally satisfaction and heart and happiness. To heal your heart chakra, the color green, focus and meditate on the color green, can be very helpful, you know. The color is of course green, and the sound you can hum is yam. Element is air or water. Gland is thymus. And the key word is I love. Parallel to the heart. This chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, harmony, relationships, and healing. Is believed to be the link between your mind, body, and soul. Balancing this area may take a while, but you should allow all the time that you need so the healing energy can get through and flow freely. Be loving yourself and others, as well as learning forgiveness. You'll become more attuned with the spirit. I will say that again. Balancing this area may take a while, but you should allow all the time that you need so the healing energy can get through and flow freely. Be loving yourself and others, as well as learning forgiveness. You'll become more attuned with spirit. Beautiful, beautiful. And of course, the last let's see what the spirit animal, which spirit animal that has a message for you, Pisces, for the month of June. Thank you, Spirit. Message for Pisces for the month of June. That almost fall out, so I will read that too. So you will get 3 cards. 3 more times. Ooh, wow. You got the Phoenix, and the bottom card is the Elephant. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, the deer is a earth animal. Let's see. Deer. The keywords for the deer animal and the deer card, I will show you. Is loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represent the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates, and a sense of grace calms the room. A dear personality affects others in this way, drawing them towards a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when the birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. When in balance, receptive, compassionate, and nurturing. When out of balance, concerned, protective, to bring back into balance. Nature, children, and you got the Phoenix. And this is those special cards, you know. I think they are very beautiful. They have this glance on the ring. I don't know if the camera picks it up. Yeah, a little bit. This rainbow color of the ring. Very beautiful card, you know. And we all know what the Phoenix stands for. But I will tell you either way. The keywords is freedom from suffering and past karma. Did you listen, Pisces? Freedom from suffering and past karma. Reincarnation. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. Tapas does that name call, I think. The essence of the Phoenix is dedication. But the essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long or something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirit up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign. The fire of transformation is upon your wings. And I will say that again. The phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long lists of fear and aversions, I think it is. At the very moment the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and the dead weight fall into ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign. The fire of transformation is upon your wings. The phoenix and the first chakra. The ancient yogis believed that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra, root chakra. This earthen center is also called Muladhara, or root. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash towards the navel center. Again and again it makes the journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. That was beautiful. And the bottom card was elephant. Wow. Wow, 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 Pisces. Unstoppable auspicious, wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one-pointed focus, generous, loving. When out of balance, misunderstands, faith. To bring into balance, trust. And that was the bottom card. So I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening. I wish you all the well and on your journey and freeing yourself from the past, Pisces. And good luck for those of you that are choosing to take a course or learn some new skills and maybe even start school. So bye, and if you want a private reading, you can contact me on earthangeltarot@hotmail.com or Nightwitch Tarot on Facebook or Astrology and Tarot on Facebook. It's a side page I have, but I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening. Blessed be. Bye. Ha det bra.